Well, welcome everybody to the Healing Circle this Thursday night, 7th of May. I hope this finds you all fit and well and you're all raring to go, raring to have an interesting half an hour where we project the healing energy out to everybody and everything that we can find. And I do welcome everybody here. There's a few too many names to read off, else we'll probably take half an hour doing that. Not the idea of the game. Anyway, so we'll make a start and get the energy going, ready to spread out wherever it's needed most. So firstly, I'd like to start, as we usually do, is by getting yourself in a nice comfortable place in the chair or on the bed, wherever you may be, as long as you're nice and comfortable. Make sure your phones are turned off and hopefully no one will ring doorbells and disturb you. That's a bit frightening. So yeah, just make yourself nice and comfortable and sit back and relax, ready to be at peace with yourself. So I'd like to start off by breathing to a rhythm of 4, the best way I can explain it. I'd like you to breathe in, hold your breath for the count of 4 and then release for 4, and then breathe in, hold for 4 and then breathe out, rest for 4 and then breathe in, etc, etc, until you find a nice steady rhythm. So I'd like you to start by taking the first nice deep breath in, deep into the pit of your stomach, and then just count to 4 and then release it, and count to 4 again before you breathe in. And once you breathe in, hold it again, hold it for 4 and release, count to 4, breathe in again, and so on and so forth. And with each breath you take, each breath in, just be aware of a beautiful peaceful light beginning to form inside you. And it takes a form as a beautiful blue light. And this healing light is a blue that we haven't yet seen on our planet, or even around it at this point of view, this point of time I should say. So imagine that, visualize that growing in the pit of your stomach, and with each breath that gets larger and gradually larger until it becomes seen as like a ball of blue mist. And as we breathe in at a nice steady rhythm now that suits each one of us separately, as we breathe in, we notice that that ball of blue light now looks like it's a ball of mist, of blue mist, which is the healing energy, the healing light. And as it grows, it swirls around our insides, right down to our feet and below into the earth herself, and also up our torso, down the arms, the hands, and finally up our neck and over the back of our head, until our whole being has this blue mist swirling around every part of it, every cell of our being. And if you have any dis-ease or discomfort, any worries, anxieties, just focus the blue light on those areas, the blue mist, and allow it to work its magic to bring you some peace and to restore that area and yourself to a state of balance. Are you sitting in the chair and you're breathing comfortably? You're feeling really peaceful with yourself and all your surroundings as this blue light, the blue mist, continues to swirl around the inside of you. It swirls around very gently, as if there's a very gentle breeze moving it along. and it is more intense on any areas you have of disease, then the light and the mist is more intense on those areas. And just visualize it swirling around. And now we become aware that the blue mist is moving out from our very being. It's moving out from our physical body, out into our aura. And as it moves into the aura, it still remains inside of us. But at the same time now the blue mist is swirling around within our aura. No matter how big it is or not, or how small it may be, just visualize that blue light swirling around, almost like it's dusting your aura. It's bringing your aura into a state of peace and also alignment with your physical body. And now the blue mist moves out beyond your aura, out into our world. And at this point, I'd ask of all of you, if any people you know, anyone close to you, you feel could benefit from this healing mist, just call them to mind and see the blue mist working around them, if they so choose. And see the blue mist working on them as it has done with ourselves, working from the inside out, bringing our friends and loved ones also to that state of being where it is peaceful and very calm. And you don't have to limit that to people. You can include any sort of animals, your pets, someone else's pet maybe, and the same thing for those animals, those creatures of the earth. We're aware of the blue mist swirling around them, inside and outside, helping to restore all of us, to restore all of us into harmony with each other and in balance. And there is no limit to the people you choose to bring forward to that healing mist, to that light. And just enjoy that feeling, that picture, that vision of all your loved ones and friends being surrounded and covered in that blue mist, and how it brings much joy to them as it does to you. And now we spread the blue mist even further out. We gradually visualize it covering the whole planet. And it covers a whole planet in a blue healing mist, which is very intense and very powerful, as it is a universal energy that we are using to share even further and further out. And as we visualize that mist spreading further out around the planet, we call to mind all the hospitals, nursing homes, where they are taking care of the people that are suffering with the coronavirus, which has worked its way around our planet remarkably quick. And as we focus the mist on those places, we also call to mind the people inside, the patients, the nursing staff, the doctors, in fact everybody that has any connection with those establishments in a role of getting the people better, pulling them back from the virus, unless of course their journey is to continue on to another dimension. Then all of those people we wish well as they take the blue mist healing with them. And all the people on the planet that have lost loved ones, we send them our thoughts and our love, and even more so, the blue healing mist. And it covers our planet. It covers every human being on our planet, if they choose to take advantage of it. And we send it to all the animals, all life on Earth, and all life deep in the ocean. We see all the fish swimming around in the ocean, even at the deepest depths, free from any plastics and pollution. We send the healing mist deep down to cleanse the ocean of that pollution, so that every creature living there is living in a healthy space. And the same, we send the healing mist to all the birds and creatures that live on the wing. We send the healing mist to them, so that their life is not a struggle against pollution. It is a life of balance and harmony, as it should be. And as we step back, we see very clearly the planet spinning freely within the blue mist, the blue healing mist. And we see also all of us, wherever we are on the surface of our planet, all of the healing energy we send out is all looking and appears to be one. So together we have formed one group, sending one huge amount of healing mist to anyone and anything that can benefit from it and make its journey easier. And now I'm going to leave you for some minutes reinforcing that vision in your mind. And I'll call you back when we are done. And so I'd ask you now, as their time together today is coming to an end, I'd ask you all, as your awareness returns, your consciousness returns, bring with it the vision that you each created of the planet Earth spinning round in that blue healing mist, bringing the joy to every living being it touches. And then I'd ask you now gradually to allow your awareness to come back to your physical body in the chair or on the bed, wherever you're comfortable. Allow your awareness to return. And as it does so, I'd ask you, as usual, just to have a wriggle of the toes and stretch your fingers. And just gradually have a good stretch. And that is the best way we know of grounding ourselves after doing a meditation like this. Because I would really like you all to be nice and wide awake and well aware before you step out the door or get in your car or some transport, whatever you do. I'd like you to be really aware of what you're doing. It's very important to all of us. So, thank you all for joining. Excuse me. Thank you all for joining in this exercise tonight. And as you're all probably beginning to get fed up with hearing this, but please bring a friend next week or the week after, or many, many friends. The more of us that do this, then the more powerful it is, the more effect it begins to have. And I'd just like to chip in a thought. My philosophy is, and it's true, it runs to the healing. We're not sending out healing so that everybody can heal. That is not our job. Our job is to send out the healing energy, the blue mist, to all of those that want it, to make their path, to make their journey easier or more comfortable for them and the people around them. It is not our job to heal, to cure anyone and everyone. Mainly because not everybody has chosen to heal. For some people, this is their destiny. This is what they have chosen. And so, it's our job to make it as comfortable as possible for that persons to pass over, and we make it as smooth and as peaceful as we can for them and all their near and dear ones that may be close to them. So we can send healing to a lot of people, and some people will still go over to the other side. It doesn't mean to say the healing has failed. All it means is that they've accepted the healing and it's made their journey smoother for them. So with